Hello, welcome to Conjured Universe. I'm Chris,
And I'm Nick.
and we're going right into Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Chapter 6.
So, we ended with Harry Potter getting on the train to go back to the Dursleys, and he is now back at the Dursleys for a full month. And I would just be...
Ugh.
Yes.
That was... Just the thought of it to me was just horrifying.
Well, after seeing this entire brand new world of what you could do, and then going back to the Dursleys, and then having, like, not only, like, living with the Dursleys in general, but, like, you're a wizard, and you're going to wizard school. I mean, how is he not like, jumping out of his skin in its excitement? Like, it didn't, like, he was excited, but it didn't, like,
he's
didn't
excited,
overly
but
expound upon
his composure in the situation, granted to how the Dursleys felt about it, that's nothing short of admirable, because he could have basically walked in there and done whatever he want.
It's not there's not much they can do with it. But Dudley was nicer to him.
He was. That's a plus.
He was scared of him, but I mean, that's a plus.
But well, would you rather be loved or feared?
I say, is it too much to ask for both?
You could be both, but it's difficult.
So he asks.
Fear lasts longer, by the way.
That's true.
Anyone who knows what that's reference to, let us know in the comments. Unless you know what it's to.
Is it Batman?
No.
No?
No. It's an old mob movie that I heard it in. But yeah, they do kind of reference it in the one Batman movie, but I actually took it from a mob movie from the 90s.
It wasn't too far off. Well, so he's scared of Harry. Every time Harry comes in the room, Dudley screams and runs away, like a child.
Like, ah! I'm gone. And then Mr. Dursley, Vernon, he doesn't say anything. They basically
they treat him like he's a ghost.
Yeah, they treat him as a ghost, and because they want nothing to do with this wizard stuff, and which I'm still trying to figure out. It's like, why are they so dead set against it? I mean, it's to the point where it's like they are so against it, and I don't want to offend or anything like that, but it's to the point where it's like religiously against it.
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe I'm sure they probably have reason. Maybe jealousy is a strong thing. So the fact that like Petunia's sister was
Petunia. I'm sorry, I laugh every
Petunia, Lily, they're both flowers. What was her name? Her name was Lily, wasn't it?
Lily Potter. I think you're right. Yeah, Lily Potter.
Yeah.
Flowers go in pot. Ah.
Yeah.
I like that. Flowers go in pots. Potter, Lily, Petunia. Why couldn't they name her Pansy?
That should have been Dudley's name. Pansy. So
Chrysanthemum.
I think they name like that.
Chrysanthemum. Huh? What's your name?
You should start saying that's your name. Your name's Chris. You already got half of it.
Oh yeah, Chrysanthemum.
My name, Chris. Other people call me Chrysanthemum.
I'm known as Chrysanthemum. It's an older name. Yeah, it sprouts a lot.
It's been sprouting up lately.
Yeah, only if there's sunlight, enough water.
So Harry's got to ask Vernon about taking him to the station. He's actually got to go to Hogwarts then. And Vernon just grunts at him. And he's like, you're lucky we're going up to London anyway. We got to get off Dudley's tail. So Dudley's had a tail this entire time.
I completely forgot about that until they said it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot about
they didn't think about taking up earlier. Did Hagrid just not do it before he left? Like that, you think that'd be like, hey, Mr. Giant Sir, can you please take my tail off?
You want to handle that there?
Would you please fix this for me? But apparently not.
He's lucky it was summer, because if that would have happened during school,
that'd be a little awkward.
Yeah, that'd be a little awkward, depending when they go back to school over there.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna be going to school. That's why he's gotta have it taken off. As
true.
Harry's going to school.
They could have easily done that in the kitchen. Just get the old meat cleaver and.
Yeah, that'll go over well.
And whack!
He'd squeal like a pig.
And would it be wrong? Oink!
Imagine being the doctor that gets like, sir, we need you to have his tail removed
How long have you had this?
How long have you had this? Because I swear I've known you since a child. It just magically sprouted one day.
You must have grew into it.
I was wondering when that was going to show up.
So, to get back on track, he tells Vernon tells Harry, he's like, well, we're going that direction anyway, so okay, fine. So he says, what time? Where's your train leaving from? Harry says, platform 9 3/4. And Vernon looks at him like he's absolutely out of his mind.
There's no 9 3/4. There's 9, and then there's 10.
Well, one thing I'm wondering is, like, why are there platforms numbered? Over here, our tracks are numbered. Because, for example, in Union Station, platform, which I would think would be 1, is actually track 1 and 2. And then there's another track, and then it's tracks 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
Yeah. I remember going on the Metro, and there's 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah, so it's a similar concept
maybe
over there.
Maybe it was 9 and 10, and that was like 9 3/4. Because like, isn't it like one side is 9, the other side's 10?
Unless it goes track, platform, track, platform, track.
That's what I'm
but
guessing.
That doesn't make any sense because of unless the train's over there, and I know a little bit about railroading.
Just a little. I mean, we're sitting here with like what 1,000 boxcars sitting around us.
That's true. Unless passenger trains over there only have their doors on one side that you can enter and exit out of. But I'm pretty sure they're on both sides of the car. So
yeah, that's interesting.
I thought that was kind of cool that they number their platforms instead of the tracks, because over here they number the track. So it's like, if you're taking Amtrak or our local is Metra, whatever the train is you're taking, track 2, and then you just find track 2 and walk down the platform. But it also shares track 3 on the other side.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I thought that was kind of cool. Just a little side note.
Well, I'm sure she wasn't a model railroad expert, so she probably just figured it was a platform.
If I was an expert, I wouldn't be here.
Good point. So he's got to be on platform 9 3/4. So the Dursleys go up, drop him off. See you later. Have fun, and they drive off laughing.
They're gone.
Yeah, kind of nice of them to be like, "All right, Harry, we'll help you find your platform, your track, your."
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll go over there. We'll help you find your 9 3/4 platform with your 11 o'clock train. There's no such thing.
Going to your wizard school.
Going to wizard school. So they drop him off. They leave. So he goes up to platform 9, and that's it. It's platform 10. It's platform 10. So he asks a ticket guy or a conductor, someone who's standing there, where's 9 3/4 at? Huh? Now he's like freaking out because it's like there is no 9 3/4.
Like the train leaves in like 10 minutes. I've got to get on the train. He notices a couple other people though, and he hears someone overhear something about a muggle. So he's like,
like muggles everywhere.
Yeah, so he's like, those are my people. He knows they got luggage. They got one of them had a cat. One of them had
one had a cat. One had
one had an owl too.
Yeah, I think one had an owl. The other one had red hair, freckles. But yeah, so it's like, okay, these people should know. So there's a little girl, 3 or 4 boys, the mom, and they're basically saying their goodbyes and everything like that. And so Harry walks up to the mom, and she says, "Oh, your first time going to Hogwarts?" And it's like, well, yeah.
Like, oh, it's Ron. Didn't you say it's like Ron's first time going too?
And it's like, oh, it's Ron's first time too. And I forgot the names of the other boy. I think it was Fred and
George, the younger ones, and Percy's the oldest one.
Percy's the oldest one. That's right. So
you basically run through the barrier.
Yeah, you run through it. It's. I remember in the movie I thought it was a wall, but in the book it's a concrete pillar, or a brick pillar or something like that. So they basically, you just take your stuff and you just run right at it. Like,
it sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. And none of these people around them are like,
that should be in Jackass.
Harry Potter, this episode of Jackass.
Harry Potter, this episode of Jackass, we're gonna run into this wall.
How are these people standing around like, yeah, that person just ran to that wall and disappeared?
See, that's what I'm wondering. It's like it seems like when stuff like that goes on, none of the Muggles seem to really notice.
Maybe it's just like a out of the corner of your eye, you notice it, and then when you look, nothing seems off.
Like, is it like kind of like that where it's like you could be looking and then you just see it out of the corner of your eye, you look, and then it's like, oh, well, okay, whatever.
Or they're just too busy or just don't notice. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like no one really seems to like, nope, I saw them run right into that pillar and they just absorbed into it like osmosis.
And they didn't come out the other side.
They didn't come out the other side, so where did they go? But yeah, I was kind of wondering about that, where just, none of the Muggles seem to really notice these things that go on.
Yeah, I'd have been like, hey, did you just see that person walk through that wall?
No, what are you talking about? You must be crazy. And then you're going off to the loony bin.
That's probably why they don't mention anything.
Exactly. Like, must be my mind playing tricks on me.
So he gets to the train, and it's a scarlet red train.
This is the part of the book that I like, because I want to know that the movies didn't give you a lot of detail about this train or anything like that. Since I'm kind of a railroad guy, if you didn't notice yet. I know it's the second time I said that. But it sounded like an awesome train in the book. It seemed.
It's a wizard train. Yeah, it's got to be pretty cool.
It's got to be pretty awesome. So they get in the train. He
meets up with all the boys. Ron, Fred, George, Percy, and they seem like pretty good guys.
Yeah, they seem pretty cool. They seem pretty like
Fred and George seem to be like
friendly and everything.
Little pranksters.
Yeah, like some kind of pranksters. But they see him and they're like, "Are you really him?"
Yep. Again with the whole he's popular.
It's like here we go again. He's like, but he doesn't know what he's popular for, and that's got to be like really frustrating.
All he knows is he's popular for just not dying.
Yeah, that's basically it. And he's just like, I don't understand why I'm so popular for this. And for me, that would be kind of frustrating. But at some point, I just feel like, yeah, it's me.
It's me. Yeah. Thanks.
Yep. Thanks a lot.
So he gets in the train, sits down with, and we officially meet Ron Weasley, and they start talking, and Ron's feeling kind of down because like his family's not too well off as it seems, which Harry knows something about.
Yeah, he knows what that's like. So there's a little bit of common ground there. They relate to that. I like that. It's just like, okay, the kind of like our situation. We sure as hell choose some of the same dirt.
Exactly. So it's like when you meet someone that has that same type of background that you do, you tend to get along a little better.
Yeah, you get along with them. It's like, you get to know him pretty well, and it's like, okay, this guy's pretty cool.
So yeah, him and Ron get along pretty well, and he just got a lot on his mind because all of his brothers seem to be like above and beyond. Like, didn't he have like a bunch of other brothers? Like one.
Yeah, he has a brother in Africa studying
dragons.
Studying dragons, and then there's another one studying. No,
it's at the Gringotts Bank.
The bank is because there was a break-in, and no one was caught. It's like they were in and out. No one was caught. Nothing was taken. So, the other brother was kind of looking into that. I don't know if he was investigating that or if I don't know if
they mentioned that yet.
Yeah, they did. I swear to the book gods that they did. I remember reading it because I didn't read it any further than that.
I don't think he was looking into that. Well, he might have been looking into that. I think they maybe later. I think maybe later in the chapter they mentioned it.
Chocolate frogs. Gringotts, yeah. Charlie is in Romania studying dragons. Bill's in Africa doing something for Gringotts. Yeah, they do mention it.
Well, he's in. Well, anyway.
But anyway, to
so recap, and then his other older brother Percy was a prefect. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't quite understand what that means either. Unless that's just a fancy way of saying perfect.
It is a fancy way of saying perfect. He's a perfect prefect.
Yeah, it could be. But they're hanging out.
He's a little stressed out.
Yeah, he's like, that's a big shoes to fill. He's got a lot to live up to. That would stress me out. But irregardless, they're talking, they're seemingly having a good time, and then they decide to
Get some snacks.
they get some snacks, and they just went.
Well, Harry has money now.
Yeah, he's got money, and I know what it feels like to run into a little bit of money when you're a lot younger. You spend it pretty quick.
Well, I mean, he's got the right to, and
yeah, he does.
But he shares it with Ron because he sees Ron as as his equal.
Yeah, he's like, okay, well, let's hey, what's mine is yours. Dig in.
And I want to get off Philip's car, and he gets a with the chocolate frogs. It was with the chocolate frogs they get those cards.
Yeah,
right?
You get the collector.
And he gets the Dumbledore one. Now this whole thing was a little interesting, but it shows Dumbledore on the front, and his picture is moving as if he's actually in the picture. And on the back, it says Dumbledore, all this stuff about Dumbledore, and it says he discovered all 12 uses for dragon's blood. What are all the 12 uses of dragon's blood?
I have a feeling we're going to learn that later on.
I sure hope so. That'd be kind of awesome.
That would be pretty awesome to use.
But
I would like to know uses for dragon blood. I want to know where to find these dragons at, too.
Didn't Gringotts Bank say there was a dragon guarding it? Yeah, there was supposedly supposed to be a dragon guarding Gringotts Bank.
That's true, and they got past him. Did they kill him or get past him?
They didn't kill the dragon?
I have a short-term memory issue, kind of like a nearsighted sight issue, so...
Well, they obviously didn't kill the dragon, but they don't think they mentioned they saw it either.
All I know, I would have been there with my syringe and, taking a vial of that dragon's blood.
Well, it's a dragon. I wouldn't notice. It's a little prick.
It's like, I must have stepped on a thorn or something. What was the cartoon with the elephant who steps on the thorn and the mouse comes by and pulls it out of his foot and friends and whatever forever?
I don't remember that one. I remember the one you're talking about, yeah, but I don't remember what it is.
There was a bunch of
It's like an Aesop's Fable, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
No, it was a mouse and a tiger.
Was it a mouse and tiger?
Or was it a mouse and elephant? A mouse and a lion.
Mouse and a lion, that was it. That wasn't a Tom and Jerry episode, was it?
No, it was one of Aesop's Fables, I thought.
I'm sure it's been referenced in Tom and Jerry, though.
Probably. Anyway, so they're sitting there, and this kid comes by looking for his toad. Seems to have lost his toad. It seems to sound like it's bad luck the way they made it, the way they portrayed him.
Well, as long as he's around, the bad luck will find him.
Hey, at least he's the magnet for bad luck. Harry seems to have gotten his fair share.
He got more bad luck than he has a right to.
And they're talking about what houses they want to go in. For houses, they're talking about which one they would prefer.
Yeah, like what houses? So there was Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and the fourth one, which I can never remember because I don't think
you mean the most popular one that everyone loves, Gryffindor.
Oh yeah! Oh wow! Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna catch it on that one.
yeah.
Gryffindor, of course.
It seems Gryffindor and Ravenclaw are like the top tier ones people want to go to, and Slytherin is like, all the bad people go to Slytherin. Well, I know for a fact, I looked up the houses and which one I'm in, and Chris is in, and we're both in Slytherin. So it looks like it's either good or bad.
It can be good or bad. All I know is that I'm resourceful. I never hear really a mention too much of Hufflepuff.
Yeah, they only mentioned like once, I think, so far.
And yeah, so I don't know.
I'm sure they'll expound more upon that later on, especially when they get to school.
I'm sure they have some sort of significant role for something in the series later on. But so far there hasn't been a whole lot of mention of Hufflepuff in the entire book. I only recall hearing it once, maybe twice.
Yeah, I think it's only once. Well, after Neville walks by looking for his toad, they meet that the kid that was in the robe store. Turns out his name is Draco Malfoy, and they also meet Crabbe and Goyle, which are kind of like his bodyguards, I guess, or his cronies, I guess.
Him and his two thugs, so to speak. But yeah, they find out that hey, this guy's actually Harry Potter.
Yeah, and doesn't Draco like try to recruit almost Harry?
Tries to recruit like, I could do good things for you. He gives Ron a hard time. There's the Weasleys again having more children than they could afford.
Yeah, but it just sounds like Draco's so like just stuck up and
stuck up,
spoiled.
snobbish, and everything, and maybe that's why Dumbledore put Harry with the Dursleys to give him that humble type of
Yeah, he wouldn't end up like Draco.
like Draco,
Just a little we know of him. He's just kind of a jerk.
yeah, like the author already put him off as I'm gonna make this guy the jerk of the story.
So far, it's working out pretty well, especially with his like his.
Well. I don't dislike Draco as much as the Dursleys right now.
But work. He could work. He's hey, at least he's got his work cut out for him. Yeah. He's got something to shoot for now.
That's true.
But it seems that Draco's his parents or his dad was part of the He Who Shall Not Be Named like following, who claimed that they were brainwashed. But they said that it wouldn't take a lot to brainwash them if it indeed happened. I guess they just seem like very distasteful kind of people.
And, or are they the type of people that just kind of, I guess the word I don't want to say a drifter, but
fair weather fan kind of thing. Fair weather,
like, okay, well, this particular person or group is helping me right now, and when that wears down, I'll just move on to the next group.
It's possible.
Whether the person that he's working with or for does good or evil, he just stays with whoever benefits him the most.
Yeah, that's probably
kind of like a survivalist.
It's possible, but then you don't really know their motives yet. All we know is what Draco says,
and so far I'm not really caring for his character too much. But
hey, maybe he could change. Who knows?
But as we all know, he can't be all good and not be bad, and he can't be all bad but not be good sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, they end up stopping the train. They get off, and they made Hogwarts.
We're not going to mention Hermione at all.
Nope. Skip right over that.
We're skipping that completely.
No, we did. We met her really briefly, like a few, just a short bit about her.
They talked about her just really briefly. She was helping dude find her toad and
find his toad. So at least
I know how to talk.
It seems like she's at least a helpful person, helping Neville find his toad. She's not like she's sorry, too bad.
Yeah, too bad, so sad. I'm gonna do what I wanted to do, but because there really wasn't anything too significant about her that is worth mentioning right at this particular time. Like other than they meet Hermione, she just seems like a very. No one in her family was from. She's basically born out of Muggles.
Yeah, she's not very notable. So I mean, but she seems to at least know her stuff.
Yeah, she wants to study and do well, and which is good. And I'm interested how do you get the wizard thing? Like we talked about it before. Is it like a mutant gene that you get, similar from X-Men, or
is it just like a bam? This person's a wizard.
Yeah, it's just something random that you get.
It seems that people who are wizards are more likely to have wizard kids, but it seems highly unlikely that Muggles have kids that are wizards.
Unless something was going on.
Some magical shenanigans.
Some shenanigans.
I wonder if you could make a wizard.
Well, see, that's what I'm wondering. It's like, is it a gene thing? Is it or is it just a randomized?
Because so in the magic world,
is it like the Force?
It might be. You either have it or you don't, and then your kids are more. That's a pretty close comparison. But I wonder if it's possible to say someone's going to have a kid, be like, okay, we'll do some magical something rather, and this person's going to come out a wizard now because of some magical intervention.
Yeah, like for example, could Homer Simpson have magical kids working by the radiation all the time? And
magic, but not quite the way you think. I'm guessing it might glow, but for all the wrong reasons.
But not for the right reasons. But yeah, so the train comes to the conductor yells out that they're going to be there any minute. The train comes to a stop. They detrain. They transfer. Hagrid gets out, says, "First years over here, follow me." They get onto a bunch of boats, similar to like a.
Neville finds his toad.
Yep, the dude who I can't remember his name the whole time finds his toad, and they get onto these, I guess, like rowboats or maybe pontoon style type of boats, and they start going towards the
Can you
castle.
imagine what the castle looks like? I mean, a magical castle. Be pretty
With
awesome.
that big of a moat around it, oh man.
Dream home.
Yeah, no kidding. You know how big of a model train layout I could put right in the main hall as soon as you walk in? I don't have to go up or down those steps.
Just walk in the door and you're there.
Yeah, exactly. Just sit down. Okay, I'm good to go.
Well, I mean, in a magical world, you set up portals. Like, okay, walk through this portal. I'll be in the living room.
There you go. Walk into the pillar and you're there.
Exactly. You've got a hidden train room.
Exactly, hidden train room.
Can you imagine the secrets that place holds?
Don't they reference that in the next book?
I'm sure. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm sure that it was. In fact,
I'm pretty sure that they wrote a book about that.
And I'm sure they wrote something down about that somewhere.
But no, I mean, I'm sure it's got other secrets as opposed to the entire chamber that was secret.
Do you know what Dumbledore and McGonagall were doing the other night? They were going through their tax forms.
Would they even do taxes as wizards?
Maybe they have an accountant.
Maybe. Seems a little interesting, though.
Hey, he knows what to do with... he knows the 12 things you can do with dragon blood. I'm sure he knows how to do taxes.
Possible. That's possible. But maybe he's too busy working on dragon blood to figure out how to do taxes.
Yeah, that's true. He does have a bunch of other titles, too, that he's known for. I'm sure that was written down somewhere. I know that was written down.
Oh, yeah. That was in the letter, wasn't it? That Harry first got all of his accomplishments.
Yeah, his accomplishments.
Order of Merlin. Speaking of Merlin.
The tire guy?
Yeah, the tire guy. Merlin the tire guy? No. When they were doing the wizard cards and stuff, he got a Merlin card. I want to know about Merlin in this universe.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that I want to know about too. Like, so it's like, are these two universes and somehow combined as one in this?
Yeah, like, was there King Arthur with Merlin in this universe?
Like, how does that actually work? And one thing I want to know is, like, how come there's no technology around these wizards and everything?
Like, it's all magic. You got magic to power stuff. You got magic to do this.
Wouldn't a microwave help, though? Like, just one microwave somewhere? Like in a break room or in a common room?
You got your magic. There you go. There's your porridge, man.
Is that soup too cold, madam?
Exactly. Why would you need a microwave?
Just, some sort of modernized technology would be nice.
Why? Would you want to use a microwave, or would you like to use a spell to heat your food up instantly?
How do you know something's not in the spell?
It'd just be easier just to use magic using technology. Besides, magic would be cooler than
that is true. I mean, have you seen the school lunches at public school? It's like a little square thing of pizza. Have you seen the public lunches at Hogwarts? It's a feast. They got full turkeys sitting right on the table.
Yeah, according back to the movies, yeah, they
according to the movies. I jumped too far ahead. We're not there yet.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
According to the movies.
Yeah. We know the movies and books are different, so we're looking forward to seeing what's different in the books.
That's the thing. It's like I keep wanting to skip ahead because the movies tell me that this is going to happen. The books give you more detail on the way there, so I'm trying not to jump ahead on what I feel I'm going to see and how the book reinterprets it. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to get a little square pizza that was cooked in a school oven.
Cooked by a magical oven.
It's a magical oven.
Well, I think that about wraps it up. They're at the castle now, and they're about to head in.
Yeah, that's about. Yeah, they get to the door. 3 pounds on the door, and that brings us to the conclusion of chapter 6. So stay with us, and we will have chapter 7 for you next time.
Take care, guys.